Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 259 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
We'll get to that here in a minute, Sean, but if this is the first time you're seeing, hearing, or listening to us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. If you only listen to us on audio services, that's cool too. Just make sure you leave us a thumbs up, 5-star review, or whatever your service allows. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop. Just like our affiliates, James Solar, Sarah Solar, and John Tingley did, as well as our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, Vernon Slayton, and Dustin Downs. If you like cool t-shirts like what I'm wearing right now, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop. So, we've been gone for 2 weeks. If you don't follow us on Twitter or YouTube, you might not know why. But the reason we've been gone is because my life kind of got turned upside down. So, a little recap.
I'd like to take a minute. Just sit right there. I'll tell
Keep
you
going.
how.
Keep going.
I'll tell you all about how. Oh, I can't do it. Sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the
kid who lives with his parents.
There you go. Let's try to make it rhyme.
Record scratch. How did I get here? So a few months ago, we had a leak. Well,
by the way, I can smell it. I'm going to have a headache.
The paint?
Yeah.
I'm used to it now. Back in late August, I think, we had a leak. We, meaning me and my wife, not me and Sean, but I love him. And we had a leak in the wall. We had a pinhole leak, and it sounded like air when I first heard it. If I would have just thought, but if it's water, maybe I should turn the water off to the house, I would not be in this situation right now. But I also wouldn't have a new floor and paint and all that. The leak went on for 3 or 4 days before we finally saw the water coming from under the wall into our kitchen. And I was like, oh, crap. I have screwed up big time. So I shut the water off then, and magically the noise went away. So we had somebody come out and fix the leak in the wall. And then about 3 weeks after that, I was walking through the living room, which is hardwood, and I realized, this is weird. I feel like I'm walking over a hill. And then I was like, I'm not going to say anything because maybe I'm crazy or maybe I've been drinking. I don't know what it was. And then Nick was like, whoa, Dad, did you walk through the living room? And I was like, damn it.
I am aware.
So fast forward about a month after that, we then had a gigantic hill in my living room that was 12 feet long, I would say, by about 4 or 5 feet wide. And at the apex of the hill was probably 6 to 8 inches higher than it should have been. So we got some quotes. We had to do an insurance claim and all that, which I've never done for a house before. And now, right now, about 2.5 months after this all started, we're finally getting everything fixed. I've been out of my house now for almost 2 weeks exactly. The floor is now fixed. We're waiting for everything to be repainted so I can actually live in my house and get the furniture back in. But for last weekend, we already had planned, my wife and I, to go to Chicago to visit a couple of our friends. And it was the perfect timing just to get away from all this. But ever since Monday night, so 6 days ago, we've been living at my parents' house, which obviously I love my parents, but they have a very small house. And I have me, my wife, and 4 kids.
And 2 dogs.
And there's just not enough space for all those life forms. And originally we thought we were going to be able to move back in Monday, which is tomorrow as we're recording. And I don't think that's actually going to happen now. So that's cool. But I texted Sean. I was like, we got to do this. I can't not podcast anymore. We can at least get upstairs. No one's living here. We can get upstairs and do whatever we got to do, which is what we're doing right now, which is podcasting. So we're here. We're back. It's been a while. Hopefully we're better than ever. We did, in the meantime, get a new PC. So hopefully everything runs smoothly. I did have some tech issues when I was trying everything out today. But I think we're running smoothly right now. We got John Tingley in the chat. John and Sarah, or James and Sarah, I'm sorry, could not join us because they just closed on the house.
Exciting stuff.
Hopefully you don't have any leaks in your walls, but they'll be back with us hopefully the next time we record. So yeah, life. I am a pessimist. Period. But with everything that's been going on in the world for the last year and a half plus, I'm like, it could be worse. Like, it sucks. There's no room in our parents' house at all, you know, but like, we're all healthy. We're all good. So things could be worse. So I'm trying to be an optimist for once in my life. But this last 2 weeks has really, really, really tested that. But we're here. We're back. Hopefully better than ever.
It reminded me of an episode of Raymond. Maybe the one where Robert tells Ray what to get Deborah for Christmas. And then she finds out and they're all fighting in the kitchen. And Ray says, you know what? It shouldn't even matter. All that matters is that we're happy and healthy. And she's just staring at him. And he's like, we're all healthy.
We are all healthy. We're not all happy. But we're back. Hopefully we're good. If there's anything wrong with this episode, just bear with us. I'm trying to get... I couldn't figure out a way to transfer everything over from our old crappy laptop to the new PC.
Crap top.
Yeah, it was a crap top. So hopefully this goes well. If not, bear with us. We'll figure it out by the time we record next week. But, yes. Happy to be here. Enough about sad stuff. Let's talk about some happy stuff. Oh, wait. Okay, so one thing we haven't talked about here is when we do this podcast, I want to focus on the stuff that actually matters about video games. So we haven't talked about Activision and all their harassment stuff. We didn't really talk about Ubisoft and all that. But it's gotten to the point now where we can't not talk about it, so I just want to talk about it here and get out of the way, and then we'll get to the actual happy stuff. Bobby Kotick, holy crap. Everything seemed to come to a head this last week when there was an article on the Wall Street Journal that alleged that Kotick knew about several, to be fair, it's probably more than several or multiple sexual harassment allegations. They accused him also of mistreating employees himself of the female persuasion, including also leaving I think it was a voicemail death threat to an employee in 2006. What the hell are we talking about? Since the article came out, obviously Activision's been going through a lot of stuff, but this is like, I think this was, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was the first time that like Bobby Kotick himself, the CEO of Activision, was actually named in this. They've now had 1,300 internal employees sign a petition saying he needs to be gone. Outside of that, Jim Ryan came out first and said that, I think it was an internal email, he said that Activision has not done enough to address their culture of discrimination and harassment. Then the next day, or maybe it was the same day, I can't remember, Phil Spencer sent an email to everybody that's an Xbox employee and said that they are evaluating Xbox's relationship with Activision. Like I said, we haven't talked about this. We want to focus on the good things. We want to, and even when I don't mean good, but like, even if we're just talking about a crappy state of play, we want to talk about the games. But I feel like this has gotten to the point now where we can't just not talk about it anymore. I don't know what there is to like add, but like Bobby Kotick sucks. Activision, well, no, I won't say that. Bobby Kotick sucks. Is that it? Like, I don't know. Like, yes, he should resign, but this guy owns 25% of the shares of Activision, Blizzard, King. I think it's ABK. if he resigns, he gets his shares, he makes a couple $1 billion. Like, so it's like, yes, he's not there anymore. And I get it's more like
symbolic.
Yeah. But
Whatever.
like he's never going to have to work again. He'll open up his own video game company. He'll do whatever. But like, I don't know. Obviously, don't sexually harass people. I can't believe that even has to be said. But I'm glad that Xbox and PlayStation have come out and said, this isn't cool. You can't do this. But also, like, it's not like they're not gonna take Call of Duty off their store.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Any thoughts about Bobby Kotick and Activision Blizzard King?
I mean, like you said, he sucks. I think he's got to go. And yeah, I mean, I will say props to Jim Ryan and Phil Spencer for speaking up about it. But, you know, money talks.
Yeah.
It would be, and they won't do it, but it would really send a message if they were like, we're not doing business with you anymore. Everything's off, you know, the stores and whatever. I don't think they'll do that, but that would really, I think, hit home. But I mean, I think they've done the bare minimum. So that's something. But
yeah, I guess it kind of tells you how bad it's gotten that Xbox and PlayStation had to finally say something. That Spencer and Ryan had to actually say something. Do I think it's more them just like, we have to say something so we don't look bad? Yeah, I kind of do. But at least they did say something. Just don't be an ass. You know, I don't know what else to say. Don't be an ass. Don't treat people like that. It's also, don't tell people you're going to kill them. What the hell? Like, we have this so much in this industry when people are like, Elden Ring got delayed, I'm gonna kill you, From Software. What are you talking about? Like, stop. Abandon sucks. It's not even a real game. We're gonna kill you. No, you're not. You can't say that. Like, I hate how I mean, this happened in 2006 before social media was really a thing. But like, it's a microcosm of what we're living in right now. Like, you can't say these things to people just because you can hide behind a Twitter avatar. You can't treat people like that. Don't treat people like that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Sean.
Yes.
It's been a while since we podcasted. My life has been rough. Let's talk about some happy stuff. Like the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Now, I assume we're not getting, and it's messing me up because the door's open and everything's echoing. Can you hear that when I talk?
I don't notice the difference.
Right now.
I heard that.
Okay.
I heard that.
Heard that. If you haven't seen the trailer, watch it. Maybe I put it in here, but I don't even know at this point. Sean has some theories, but before we get to that, I hate how much I'm letting myself get hyped. I told myself after the entire Star Wars, after episode 8 and 9 of Star Wars and Batman vs. Superman and Justice League, the original Justice League, I said I'm not going to let myself get hyped up anymore. I hate how much I have hyped myself up for this effing movie because I want to see this right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking this, I don't know if it can live up to this, but right now, so my top 3 in some order for MCU movies at least is Endgame, Infinity War, Winter Soldier. If it's better than any of those 3, holy crap. If it's better than Homecoming, which I think was my number 5 or 6, if it's better than that, I'm ecstatic. I hate that I've let myself get to this point, but you said you had theories. What do you think about what's actually happening in this movie?
So when we talked about it before, it does seem like, I mean, not that I came up with it, but what I read was true about a theory.
John Tingley, Batman vs. Superman was awesome, but I wanted it to be the best movie ever, and it was not.
Like the box or whatever that Peter's holding, it does clearly have something to do with like he ends up kind of befriending at least Doc Ock, it would seem. I don't know about the rest of them. And he kind of empathizes with them, and I think he's trying to keep Strange from we still
saying
don't really
you
know
have
what
to
the
kill
box
them all,
is, but
whatever.
Yeah. When the title came out, we were like, "Oh, I like it," but I kind of just forgot all about it, and now all of a sudden I'm like, "What does it even mean?" No Way Home for who? For Spider-Man? For the
them.
other Spider-Man?
For them.
For the villains?
For
like
anybody and everybody that comes through to their universe, I think there's no way home for them. They have to die.
But I don't. There's no way they all die in this movie. That's not Marvel. That's not Spider-Man. They're not just gonna kill them all. I know they've all
They're
died.
already
in the other
all
movies,
dead. Yeah,
but like they're not gonna
Except-
bring them all here just to like murder them all.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Nor are they going to kill MJ. The
She's
final
not gonna
shot
die,
of the
no.
trailer is a complete fake out. They're not going to Gwen Stacy her. It's not happening. Continue.
So I'm trying to figure out what it means, and there was some stuff. I don't think you see her at all in this trailer, but in the last trailer, teaser, whatever it was, there were some people online saying that when you see a lady like in the back seat of a car,
yeah.
they think
Miles'
that might
mom.
be Miles' mom.
Yeah.
Whether we
Oh.
get Miles in this movie or not, I don't know. I do think we get Toby and Andrew.
Yes.
There's no way that doesn't happen.
Especially if you see the other trailer when the lizard is jumping and goes, huh.
Is it possible that we get Miles? And is it possible that Peter, all three Peters, are gone, and that's it for Tom Holland, and we have Miles, and he's gone, and there's no way home for him? I think that's a lot to do in one movie, but is it possible? Is this the beginning? I mean, it kind of goes against the whole Miles thing, but like, there's all this stuff going on with Sony and Marvel.
Right.
And it seems like Sony is trying to do its own thing with Venom and now with
But
Morbius.
the post credits, like,
And like, now they own Spider-Man. It's not like they own Peter Parker. They own Spider-Man.
yeah.
So it's not you just bring in Miles and say, well, he's it's still Spider-Man. But I'm just wondering if there's any way, have we seen the last of Tom Holland? And I know he's talked about, well, if I'm still playing Spider-Man when I'm 30, I've done something wrong. Like, he doesn't want to
Also-
play Spider-Man forever. He is my favorite Spider-Man. I think he's perfect as Peter Parker. I love Tom Holland.
I will say, I think Toby and Andrew were both awesome. I think Andrew got a bad rap because it was like those movies were not great. The first one was okay. The second one, I love Jamie Foxx, even though he was blue, and now he's not blue in this, so that's cool. But they were trying to do too much in two. Like, they were trying to set it up for a Sinister Six. They were Dane DeHaan was going to be the Goblin and all this, and you had Electro, and I feel like they were doing too much. I have liked all three of the live action Spider-Man that we've gotten. I do think Tom's probably my favorite. The reason I don't think they're going to do something crazy like that is because I can't say it, but there was a movie that just came out that had a post-credit scene that kind of leads into the future. Now, I could also see that it's obvious what I'm saying, but whatever. I could also see that being like, it could be No Way Home for him back into the MCU, and maybe he gets sucked into this other universe, and that's when that post-credit scene happened, or
Right,
something.
The multiverse, the different universes,
Could be Sony and
the
Marvel.
MCU,
Yeah.
the SU, like, who knows? But
John, Toby was not horrible. Come on. He wasn't. Martha. It doesn't break the movie. Yeah, but they could have done that so much better. I don't think Toby was horrible. I think Toby, for the time, was awesome. But Andrew, I think Andrew was the most underrated Spider-Man that we got. Continue.
and it does kind of fit the theme. And I'm not trying to belittle Miles Morales. I think he's awesome. But it's like, well, we had Captain America. Now we have Falcon. He's Captain Falcon. Falcon Punch. We
By
had
the way,
Thor.
the Statue of Liberty has a Captain America shield.
Yeah. Well, is that what that was?
That's
I
what
saw the
everybody
big
was
shield.
saying.
I couldn't tell if it was the Statue of Liberty or just like a building or what. But yeah, we had Thor. Like it or not, we're getting female Thor
yeah.
now. We had Iron Man. Now we have Iron Heart. We had
Wait, what is Iron Heart?
female Iron Man.
But who?
We haven't even. I think they casted her, but I don't remember who
Okay.
it is. There's a Disney Plus series of it. We had Hawkeye. Now let's have female Hawkeye now. I've probably forgotten at least one, but like they're kind of just saying, "All right, guys, we're done with you. Bring in the new cast," and I hate it, but like,
Don't do that. Just bring in the X-Men.
but I kind of think I'm not saying that they're gonna do that, but I went down a rabbit hole in my own mind of like, why are they calling this No Way Home? Like, No Way Home for who? What is home? Like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Because they're all coming to us.
Right.
Us being the
That's
MCU.
why I think they can't go
It's not
home.
like Peter got sucked into their universe.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Holland, Peter. So, I don't know. Just kind of a rabbit hole that I went down. But I can't wait for it. Like you, I'm sure I've let my expectations get far too high for this.
Just be better than Far From Home.
Oh, it will be. And that was better in the second watch through. It's still a pretty
It's no
good movie.
Homecoming.
Homecoming's better. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. But, yeah.
I don't know what to think. Obviously, the two Spider-Men are going to be in the movie. The other two. But, like, yeah. And the other thing, even without Lizard getting punched in the face from nobody, is there's three bad guys. And then there's just Tom Holland, little tiny Tom Holland in the middle. And there's plenty of space for a Spider-Man here and a Spider-Man here. They're in it. Like, at this point, there's no way. Like, at this point, I think Marvel or somebody would have said, y'all, I know you want it. They're not there. They're in the movie. And I'm going to cry when they show up. Because I already know it. I'm going to cry. And I hate how much I've hyped this up.
You know at some point they're going to have to move on from Peter. Now, I don't know if this would at least...
Riri Williams is Ironheart. There you go.
There you go. This would at least allow him to not be killed off. And he pulls a Poochie and basically says, I'm sorry, but my home planet needs me. And he just disappears. But like he maybe for whatever reason says, look, I don't want to kill these guys. I'm going back. I don't know. And are we to believe that... I guess there's three. It's not like... Because you have two Peters. So it's not like Andrew and
I
Toby.
hope one of them shows up fat as hell eating a pizza. Like Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we see Miles Morales as Spider-Man in this, but I wouldn't be surprised
We get a
if we
hint.
see Miles and that's maybe how it ends. And like, the movie ends without a Spider-Man. And the next time we see Spider-Man, it will be Miles. And it's going to be him, like Spider-Verse, like learning to get his, like I don't think we see a Miles Morales Spider-Man in this movie. I think we just maybe see Miles.
Yeah. His suit would be awesome in live action. Yeah. I will say that. But for me, it's like all I care about in the MCU right now is when do the X-Men show up in Spider-Man? Like when Endgame happened, I'm done. I didn't watch Black Widow. I don't care to watch it. I don't give a flying rip about the Eternals. Noah went to see it with a friend Friday night, and he said it was the most creative Marvel movie he's seen in years.
So I saw it.
And I was like...
No spoilers.
Wow, Noah.
I liked it. But I don't know that I like what it means for the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you used to just have, like, tangible bad guys. Loki. Thanos. And now, like, going forward, it's just everything has to become, like, intergalactic and multiversal. And
like after you beat Thanos, what do? You're like, well, the
Galactus,
world is ending,
like
the universe is ending,
right? And so now it's all like just cosmic, and I'm just like I miss the neighborhood Spider-Man days. So I don't like what it means for the MCU, but I thought just taken in a vacuum by itself, I thought it was good. I thought it was was an interesting take on some things. I thought it was fun. I mean, shocking. It's somewhere between all the people that said it was the worst thing ever and the people that said it was the best thing ever. It's good. It's in somewhere in between.
Is it worse than Dark World?
No, I can't imagine. It's better than Dark World. It's better than Incredible Hulk. I would say it's better than Captain Marvel. I'm trying to think what else it could be better. But like once you get past those, I think
we're up to
is
like 25
good.
movies now.
Right. I mean, I don't know what the next, like Guardians 2 maybe is kind of near the bottom.
Guardians 2 was not great.
Even
Thor
the first
1?
Thor is probably near the bottom. I think it's better than both of those. I don't know. It's probably, I would say it's a good movie, but it's probably near the bottom of the good Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. I can't wait for the Batman. March. Lord, please let me live till March. Sean.
Yes.
We've been gone for 2 weeks. What have you been playing?
I have been playing quite a bit. So I got my Zelda Game and Watch.
Mm-hmm.
I dabbled ever so slightly in Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, but I really picked up Link's Awakening and went to town. I'm on the 7th dungeon. Since I texted you, I haven't really done much. The 7th dungeon...
I didn't get... I got to the trading sequence when I was flying back, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this right now.
So the 7th dungeon, to me, it sucks. I hated it.
Oh, yeah, the break the pillars, all that.
The break
crap.
the pillars. Yeah. It's the one with... Not in the Game Boy one, obviously, but in Game Boy Color and Switch, all the red and blue switches, and you have to like walk on top of them to like...
that wasn't in the regular one? Like just switches up or down?
No, it is. I'm saying they're all the same color. They're just
okay.
up or down. They're not red or blue. But yeah. So it's just... I don't even remember what the 8th dungeon is. But I know this one sucks. And so I just had to put it away. I'm probably just going to look up a guide to get through it. But
if I will say this. So I did get through. So I got the Game and Watch too because I was flying out last Friday on the, what would that have been? The 12th when it came out, and Wario popped out and was like, "Hey, it's in stock at Target." I was like, "Okay, fine, let me see," because I got a flight in like 3 hours, whatever, and it was in stock at my local Target, and I was like, "It's my favorite series of all time, or second favorite. I got to buy this thing," and I did. Played through Zelda 1 on the plane.
Like you beat it?
No, I got on the way back. I did like I thought. I got through Dungeon 8. I did get the key this time. Unlike the last time I played, I was like, why am I running out of keys in level 9? What's happening? Oh, idiot, you forgot the master key. So I got the master key and all that. But I didn't even try level 9 because then I switched over to Link's Awakening. And it's better than I remember it when I played it on my Pi. It's really good. I just wish that the Game Boy had more buttons. I still hate that to block you have to have your shield equipped. It should just...
I just never use it.
I don't either. It's like, why do I even have this? I either have my Rock's Feather or whatever I have to do for that dungeon, whatever item I need to do whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's fun. I only beat the first... I guess I only beat the first 2 dungeons, I think.
Is this your first time playing this version? Like, I know you played the
Switch.
Switch.
No, I played on the Pi, but I got to this point. I got to the trading sequence, and then I quit. And now I've got to the trading sequence. I'm like, I'm good. Because there's so much you have to do. Like, I will say, so the mini game when you get the claw mini game, so much there because there's no physics on the Game Boy. It's just you go to this and you pick it up. Good, okay, done.
Yeah, I remember that being a little annoying on
because it was like everything,
Switch.
and then you pick it up and it's like and it falls out of the claw. Like, I hate this so much. I like it. I like the Game and Watch. It seems like a lot of people are way happier with this than they were the Mario one because that was just Mario and Lost Levels and the Game and Watch stuff.
So because we're both just grown children.
John Tinkley wants a new side-scrolling Zelda game. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate Zelda 2. Sean says I'm way off, but I hate it.
Game.
It's not.
I was trying to think of Christmas ideas. I was like, maybe I'll check out Mario Game and Watch. And then I looked it up and I saw that's all it was. I'm like, I thought maybe it was like one, like if they come out with a Mario Game and Watch 2 that's like Mario 3, Mario World or something, like I'd get that in a heartbeat. But yeah, the Mario one.
They
nailed it with the Zelda one.
It's so, the only thing I will say, it's so I'm like, I don't know if I should hold it. Like, what do I put my fingers up here? And
no, my fingers
back
just
here?
start to like cramp after. If I play it for like an hour, I'm like, I can't anymore. So yeah, I've been playing that. I know you were playing Aria of Sorrow, not to jump the gun, but that got me thinking. I was like, I haven't really gone back to that game, the Advanced Collection, since beating Aria of Sorrow. And I was like, I just want to play something. Like, I think I had a couple hours. I'm just like, I just want to play something. So I loaded that up and I played Dracula X because it's not Metroidvania. It's just old school Castlevania. I looked up the trophies for it. It's basically just beat the game, rescue the two people you can rescue.
Maria and... Or is it Maria?
It's Maria.
Yeah.
And Annette or something. I can't remember. I feel like there was 3 trophies, but I don't know what else it would have been. It was basically beat the game, rescue
Maria
them.
Or something?
No, you only have to beat it once. I don't know. But anyway, I beat it. I got all the trophies for that. It was fine. And then I got the itch, so then I dove into Harmony of Dissonance. I beat that today.
Oh.
I've gotten all of the trophies for that except for...
You're going to get this platinum?
Yes.
Wow.
Except for I now need to go back and beat the game
It's Richter
as the other guy, and I forget his name, Maxim. He's kind of like, what's his name from...
Bloodlines. Does he have a spear?
Not Bloodlines. Bloodstained. Snake. What's his name?
Zangetsu.
He's like a ninja. He can like
That's cool.
triple jump, and he's like really fast and whatever. So I got to beat the game with him. And then that'll be 2 of the 4 games, all trophies done. I need to go back to Aria at some point and just grit my teeth and just go collect all the stupid things from all the enemies. And that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be difficult, but I just need to do it. And then I haven't looked into Circle of the Moon yet. I don't know what the trophies are like for that
I've
one.
heard it's the worst of the 3, but...
Like the worst
not
game?
the trophies.
Oh,
the
okay.
worst game, yeah.
See, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with playing a crappy game.
Well,
to get
no,
trophies.
but just because it's not what... It sounds like people don't like is that it's not, like you were saying, there's like no verticality. Like, I'm fine. If that means the game's a little bit smaller, like...
But it's still Metroidvania, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, if that's their only problem with it, I'm kind of digging that. So, I think I will end up getting the platinum for this. And then I also bought... We got a lot of ground to cover here. A week or so ago... I took the plunge and bought, despite all the press.
Oh my gosh!
I bought GTA.
How bad is it? Because I was like,
honestly, it's not that bad. Like,
okay,
I mean, it's not great, but it's a PS2 game. I don't know what people are expecting. The graphics, they're not great, but it's a PS2
but it looks
game.
better than
like,
it did, right?
They didn't rebuild it. It's just that game, and they just kind of smoothed everything out.
So
like,
what game have you played?
I've only played Vice City.
Okay, does it rain in Vice City?
Yeah, but I didn't find...
You didn't have the weird stuff?
I didn't have it to where it was so bad that I just couldn't see what I was doing.
I want to get this, but that's why when I brought...
I think it's totally fine. Like,
I brought my PS5 over to my parents' house because I was like, I got to have something to get me through this nonsense. And I was going to buy that, but I was like, all this bad press, I'll wait till it's... I know there was a new patch. Today's we're recording, I think. And then there's more coming. So maybe I'll wait for that, or maybe I'll just wait till I get back in my house. But yeah, what
but
do
like,
you think?
I've had some... Overall, I like it. There's some weird things.
Are you doing performance or quality? Also, the fact that there's a performance or quality mode for 20-year-old games is ridiculous.
I'm just
Rockstar.
doing performance.
Are you kidding
I want
me?
the 60 frames.
Yes, obviously. Yeah. But is it pretty consistent? Like, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's weird things where like you hit a pedestrian and they just go woo, and they just like go flying straight up in the air and just disappear.
You get Dracula X, a trophy for each of the rescues.
Oh, maybe that was it. Rescue this person, get a trophy. Rescue that person, get a trophy. Beat the game, get a trophy.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was 3. There's times where like the navigation leads me not necessarily through a building, but like on the map, the yellow line is like off of the street and it kind of goes through the building. But like it's not a big deal. My biggest thing,
does it show
which
in
for
the
all
game,
I know,
or is it just you
it's
have
just
to
on
look
the
at your
mini
map?
map.
Okay.
Yeah. For all I know, it was like this
Right.
in the original
20
game.
years ago, yeah.
But to me, my biggest complaint is the AI is just stupid. Like, random cars are just trying to kill you. Like, I'll just be driving, going 100 miles an hour down the road, and all of a sudden this car will just ram me and just send me flying. I'm like, this is so it doesn't make sense for that car to do it. The car should just continue to drive. This is not a police car. It's not like a rival gang. Like, I know that happens sometimes. It's just a car, and they're just trying to kill you for no reason. That's been my biggest complaint about the game. But for all I know, that's how it was in PS2.
Right.
And again, if you're complaining about this game, I don't think you really knew what it was. It's basically the PS2 games with GTA 5's controls.
Yep.
And they just kind of smoothed everything out. It's not a remake.
Yeah.
It's hardly a remaster. They did more with it than Nintendo did with Mario 64 and all those. So, but everybody seemed to love that.
I did not.
I don't understand the hate. It's also the graphics aren't great, but I wouldn't say that it's meant to be cartoony because it's not. But the game is kind of just a caricature. These characters are not meant
that's
to
what
be
it is,
realistic, and some of the models look weird, and I don't understand why people are getting so upset about it. I think it's fun. It's GTA. So, but yeah, all I've played is Vice City. I played 3. I mean, original 3.
I've never touched Vice City.
I owned it, but I never got that far in it. Jason had Vice City, so I played it a little bit, but not much, and I've never played
San
Andreas. So once I'm done with Vice City, I'll probably play San Andreas, but I'm already
so
I'm hoping all the stuff with eating and working out and all that crap is not as bad as people make it out to be.
I was reading somewhere that they did change that to where when you're working out and stuff, you basically just push one button, and he's like, and you're like, okay, I'm done. Okay, keep going.
Okay.
But I don't know that for sure, and that might get patched out because maybe it was a glitch. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you would say if I want to get this game, I should just get it.
You could, or just
it's not
put it
going
on
to
your
go on
Christmas
sale anytime.
list. If it's something that you're dying to play right now, if
I got
you
nothing else.
I mean, it's up to you. To me, I'm having fun with it.
Okay.
It's 3 for their time great games today, still good games for $20 a piece. It's a good deal as long as you know what you're getting when you go into it. Yeah, I think it's absolutely worth it.
So
it did also just make me want to go back and play GTA 5, but I'm just
yeah.
going to wait. I'm not going to dive back in now.
Wait for next year.
Yeah.
Did you does it make does a weapon wheel
Kevin Nutyicky.
Does the GTA 5 weapon wheel make sense in the game?
Yeah, I couldn't even have told you that that
cool.
wasn't in the original. I don't remember.
You had to just push L1 and R1. You were cycle.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. What I will say, one thing that's different in this game that I didn't realize, I think you can only have one of each type of weapon, which I don't think is how GTA 5 works.
No, you can have 17, however many.
If you have a shotgun and then you
rifles.
kill a guy and he's got a different shotgun,
you
would
yours.
swap it. Yeah, you don't you can't have multiple shotguns. You can't have multiple pistols. You can't have multiple machine
that was
guns.
not GTA
you can't,
5.
Yeah, so that's a little weird, but it's also not that big of a deal.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
Interesting.
And yeah, I think that's all I've played. That's a lot, but I think that's everything.
Cool. Well, since we last recorded, I think I beat it after.
Oh, by the way, yes, Dracula X. It's one of those games. It almost reminds me of Ninja Gaiden.
But isn't it just that this version of Dracula X sucks on the SNES?
But it could have been good. There's nothing inherently wrong with the game.
But the Turbo Graphics or the Turbo CD, whatever it was, version is the version, and then the SNES version kind of sucks.
I don't think it's quality of the build. If this is the same game, just a worse version of it,
well,
then
it's
the game. It's not the Super Nintendo.
No. Well, sorry, I was saying that this is the SNES game. Period.
Right.
Whereas the version that I have, on my Vita, wherever it is,
Rondo,
yeah. is
So when I played that on the what's it called?
Symphony Connect.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
What you said. It's been so
hell's it
long
called?
now, I don't remember how that game compares to this.
Yeah.
But if you've ever fought Dracula in any Castlevania
Jump
game,
and hit him in the head.
he shows up,
It's blood. Yeah.
and he throws either 3 fireballs
Right.
or the big orbs, and you have to jump and hit him in the head.
Right.
That's how you fight Dracula in every single game.
Right.
That's how it is in this. Except when you fight him, it's like you can land here. There's like pits everywhere.
Oh.
And you know how bad Castlevania jumping is.
Yes.
So if you get hit and you get knocked back, you're
You're
probably
done.
going to die. If you jump... Oh, and they're like staggered in height. So like just trying to jump
balls?
from one to another,
Oh no, the platforms, not as
you're
balls.
probably going to die. Like I couldn't imagine beating this game without rewinding
yeah.
and stuff. And it just seems like Dracula himself is just harder to hit. Like there'd be times he would show up on a platform a little bit lower than me, so I should be able to just stand there and whip him and hit him in the head, and I just and nothing is hitting him. They're just not, even though I'm hitting his head right where you're supposed to hit him, and just none of the attacks are connecting.
So hitbox
The
issues.
bosses are terrible. There's just it's just a stupid. It's a game that could have been good that they just, like a Ninja Gaiden, just said, screw it. Let's make this game as hard as possible. That's my thoughts on Dracula
Well,
X.
John says Dracula X is a step back from Super Castlevania. I would agree.
Absolutely.
I've never played it, but I would assume it is.
It
yeah.
absolutely is, yeah.
So since we recorded last time, like I said, I think I've done this since last time. I blew through Horizon Zero Dawn on New Game Plus, and I beat it. I think I beat it in like 8 or 9 hours, which is hilarious when it took me like 40 hours to beat it the first time. But again, I was playing on New Game Plus, and so I did literally 0 side quests. Nothing. Because I'm like, I've got my armor. I'm level 53, 54, whatever. Like, I don't have to do I just want to beat
You ain't
this
doing
game.
nothing.
I ain't doing nothing, homeboy. I want to play the game. I want to beat the game. And I did. And I still love it. It was beautiful. I had forgotten how cool it was when you get towards the end, when you figure out what what Zero Dawn was, Project Zero Dawn. And you see what happened when you're going through the ruins and everything, and you're watching all these old holograms and stuff, and then you see what Ted Faro did. Do you remember this?
I think so.
When he's got everybody in the boardroom and stuff, then he's like, no, y'all suck. And then he's like, seal the doors. And man, this game, so I cannot, this made me even more hyped for Forbidden West. I was already like over the moon for this game because I cannot freaking wait. I'm still more hyped for God of War 2, but it's like 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
But man, I love this game. I love the final battle. I love when you get to fight whatever the guy's name is. I can't remember his name. Did I have it written down? Let me see. What was this guy's name? Horizon. Ashley Birch is so good, especially near the end. That's right. I don't know what the hell I did. But yeah, I cannot remember the guy's name. But you know the human bad guy, the guy that killed Rost.
Yeah.
When you finally get to fight him and everything, it's cool. And there's like he's got his other guys with him and stuff. And there's all the blaze canisters where you can blow up and stuff. But like this dude's a human. He's a human, not a robot. And I had to shoot this dude with like 75 arrows to kill him. I'm like, I don't care how scary you are, you're dead.
Right.
You know. But I absolutely loved Horizon Zero Dawn. I also said Horizon Forbidden Dawn. John said he 100% agrees on the Dracula fight. It's Tobey Maguire levels of terrible. All right, we're moving on from Toby. Damn it, John.
Poor Toby.
But then as Sean alluded to, I did because I was bored out of my mind. So, like I said, I've not been in my house. I've been staying at my parents' house. I've been coming home during the day just because I need a little bit of a respite, and I've got my extra monitor here and everything to actually do my work and stuff. But then for my lunch breaks, a little bit extended, I brought the our little podcast TV up here and my PS5, and I played through Aria of Sorrow. I feel like I've done myself a disservice by starting with the best one because I think I do want to go...
To me, I kind of think, and John, you seem pretty familiar with all these games, I kind of think Harmony of Dissonance is better than Aria. And I can see, like I told you, you only get a whip. That's your weapon. There's no knives and swords and spears and this and that, axes, whatever. Like,
but you
have a
still
whip.
level up and everything.
You level up.
Okay.
You find different weapons just like you would in Symphony of the Night: knives, axes, crosses,
as your
holy
secondary
water, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't just kill an enemy and be like, well, now you can throw knives. If you know, like, there's none of that. Which to me, I kind of think it's better. I don't know. Maybe it sounds like I'm in the vast minority there. And nothing against Aria. I think Aria was really good. I kind of think Harmony is better.
Well, I really liked Aria. I beat it. I got the bad ending. I don't think I'm going to go back because I'm missing 2 of the souls I need to actually become, spoiler alert, 17-year-old game, to actually, I guess, become Dracula.
Yeah.
Like, so Soma is Dracula.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
I mean...
Well, I mean, not Dracula, but
yeah.
like you're inheriting, which Graham thought he was Dracula, whatever. Do you get anything more in the good ending about who Graham actually is and why he thinks he's Dracula and all that crap?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
The funny thing at the beginning, when Genya Arakato shows up, I think is his name, and I was like, oh, you're Alucard. And I was like, oh, the Grimoire game.
Yeah.
I was like, that was like... I was listening to Game Scoop, and they were talking about Grimoire, and they're like, I guess Alucard's Genya Arakato now, whatever. I was like, yeah, I know. That's what I thought, too. And then I'm playing this, I'm like,
we already knew that. If you had played this game.
You fake gamers, you didn't play Aria 17 years ago.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. John's favorite was Circle of the Moon.
Well, there you go.
Interesting. I'm going to have to
I haven't played that one yet. So.
You get the Basilard from the beginning, which was nice, but it's not the Basilard in Symphony was this was just like thunk. I'm like, oh man. But then I got a good sword, and then I got the lance, and then I got whatever I told you I had, the brunt ring, whatever. Well, I got the brunt ring, which was like a sword that has the purple stuff, and then I sold everything, and I got the whole sword for $12,000. So I just used that. What the hell? I like how when you beat the enemies, like we talked about, sometimes they give you a soul and everything, but that's horrible if you're going for a completion run or if you're trying to get the good ending. It's impossible because the drop rates are crazy in this game.
Yeah.
Is there a way, because I saw there was some setting in there, whenever I'm attacking an enemy on the right side of the screen, it's like I hit a mummy or whatever. There's no mummies in this, but whatever. Like, it goes, mummy 3. Mummy 3. Mummy 3. I'm like, why are you popping up on the side of the screen? I can't see the right side of the screen now. Did you not have this? Every time I attack, not when I kill them, not like the thing on the GBA screen that shows like, oh, you killed a zombie or a zombie boss, whatever. It's over here going bing, bing, like PS5 graphics saying zombie 1, zombie 1. I'm like, what the I can't see that side of the screen. Do you not remember this?
I don't remember that, no.
So maybe there's some setting I just need to turn off, but that was annoying the hell out of me.
Or maybe it happened and it just didn't bother me, so I don't remember. But
I like the bosses in this. I like that when you beat a boss, you can jump. If you know how to play Castlevania games, you jump up and you get the ball as it falls. Yeah. And it replenishes your HP, your MP, and all that. I like that. One of the things that annoys me about this, and I think every Castlevania game, why the hell when I level up, do I just level up and I don't get my health back? I hate that. If I kill an enemy that says level up, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you get a little bit more health,
but you don't.
And whenever your health goes up by, it also add like, if your health goes up by like 10 HP, you get 10 HP.
Thanks, game. You know, I hate that. I hate that. Like, if I level up in the middle of a fight, and I do think the save rooms in this were pretty well spaced out. I think they were spaced out pretty right, but again, as I texted you, I was like, oh yeah, I can just go to the L2 menu and I can save spam everything. Or
just use R2 and rewind.
I never did it. Maybe I will circle. But yeah, it was I hate that you level up and don't get your health back. That just it drives me just insane, but whatever. When Yoko Belnades showed up, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
But then I never saw her again after Graham was like, and she's like, oh, I'm okay. I'm not going to sleep for a little bit. But just seeing the last name of Belnades was like, and I don't know that I would if it wasn't for the Castlevania.
You wouldn't have known.
No, I just would have. Sypha was Sypha. I didn't know what her last name was. I probably did at some point, but just didn't remember. But seeing Yoko Belnades was like, yes. I wrote down here, I like the sword, and then I wrote, ooh, I like the whip sword, and I was like, no, I like the lance, and then I was like, no, I like this sword. So I was like, I'm going to stop making notes about the weapons. But like I was telling you, there was only like one breakable wall, I think, that I found in the entire game. Maybe 2 or 3 at the most.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh no, there was 2, because there was both times I think that I found a wall, it led to a new room. It wasn't like here's wall meat. Here's a a potion, a super potion, whatever. The headhunter boss kicked my butt. The floating gardens were super cool. You can turn the pop up off. Okay, there's got I got to figure out what I screwed it up the butt. The floating gardens, because I just walked in. Oh, what was I supposed to do? Where the bunny, the little bunny rabbit, there's a hallway you walk down. The bunny rabbit's like, meow, and he sends me back outside the hallway.
Oh.
I got some power up that was something about time. So I think that's the bunny rabbit.
I think that's it. You get something that lets you get past him.
Okay. But I feel like I
what it
ended up
is,
on the other side of it anyways when I was going up to fight Graham. And I never fought Julius. That's what sucks.
Maybe?
I kind of want to go back and fight Julius as well. But
yeah.
Aria of Sorrow was really good. I think I want to play the other 2. I don't think I want to play Dracula X.
I wouldn't bother.
I mean, I've got the better version on my PS5, so why wouldn't I just play that? I'm not going to get the platinum of this. There's literally no chance. You go do that. You're better than me. I can't do it. And then what else? We already talked about the Zelda Game and Watch. Oh, I did randomly. It was like, I forgot that I got, shout out to Aunt Sue, for Christmas last year, I got the Mega Man X Collection 1 and 2. And I was
collection?
Huh?
The collection.
The collection of the collections. And I was like, so my wife just had her 40th birthday. I had my 40th birthday. Happy birthday to me. Thanks, Sean, for saying something.
You didn't say happy birthday to me? And we've probably recorded since then.
I was going to say, yes, I did, actually. Actually, I don't know if I did. But anyways, so my wife was gone this weekend, so it was just me at my parents' house. So I came home to get my PS5 and our little podcast TV. And I was like, you know what? I never played the X collection after I got it for Christmas from Aunt Sue. Shout out to our patron, Aunt Sue, also our aunt. It's not just her name. So I started playing through Mega Man X5, which I think is PS1, right? We agreed? It must be PS1.
Yeah.
It's
and
fun.
Like just shot in the dark, you're just 5.
I just wanted to play, well, it's 2 discs. 1 through 4 is on one, and then 5 through 8 is on the other. I was like, I don't want to play 1, 2, and 3. I can play them on like anything. So I was like, yeah, I'll play 5. And it's fun. The boss, it seems kind of easy, actually.
The little bit I saw seemed very easy.
Yeah. Now, it could be because I'm playing on easy. But, like, I don't remember Mega Man games ever having difficulty selection.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's the collection or what. But it's really cool. I've beaten 4 bosses now, I think. Yeah, I think 4. But it's really cool. I don't know that I'm going to play through 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not getting this platinum. Also, Sean and I were looking at the trophies last night. I'm like, nope. I'm out. So yeah, I think that's everything I've been playing.
So what's next for Castlevania?
For me,
are you gonna do Harmony, Circle, go
now?
Back,
I kind of
want to
go. I'm not going to beat. All right, I'm not going to go just grind. Go in this room, out of that room to get the demon. I got to get a demon soul, a flame demon soul, and a succubus soul. The succubus, they suck. You butts. No, but they suck because like if they get on you, you might not even remember this.
No,
point.
I very much remember.
They get on you and then they're like, and you're like, it's like getting you in Zelda 1. You're like, get off of me.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just watch that. But I kind of, now that you're playing Harmony and what John said about Circle, I kind of want to play Circle.
Yeah.
Just for something different. And then maybe GTA after that. But no, I definitely... Aria was really good. I like the...
I don't know what to expect out of Circle, but if you liked Aria, you'll definitely like Harmony.
Okay.
It sounds like you'll also like Circle.
One of the things I really liked though was just the animation. Obviously, it's on a little GBA screen blown up on your TV. I mean, not that I played it on a 21-inch TV in my parents' house, but I like that Soma's animation was Alucard's animation, like the walk and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, this just feels it feels good. Lots of power ups and everything. I loved it. So yeah, I think I want to do Circle next.
Yeah,
and go from there. All right, Sean. Would you like to get to the news the last 2 weeks?
let's do it.
Hey, Sean. I don't know when this came out, but Amy Hennig is writing a game for Skydance Media, and that game is a Marvel game. This comes from The Verge. Amy Hennig, a former creative director at Naughty Dog who currently leads Skydance New Media, will be working on a new Marvel video game. The animations were awesome. He means the video game, not
not ours.
Skydance describes the game, which is its first, as a, quote, narrative-driven blockbuster action-adventure game featuring a completely original story and take on the Marvel Universe, end quote. But hasn't said which superheroes will be featured in the game. The studio also hasn't shared a release date or even a release time frame, and hasn't said which platforms the game will be available on. He said it worked. Cool. Despite how little we actually know about the game, Hennig's involvement in a story-driven Marvel project is an intriguing proposition. Hennig served as a writer and creative director for the first 3 Uncharted games, so hopefully this new Marvel game... That's too many commas. There shouldn't be so hopefully, comma, this new Marvel... It should be so hopefully this new Marvel game. It should be comma, so hopefully this new Marvel game will similarly blend action and heart to make for a compelling experience. The combination worked well in the new Guardian of the Galaxy game released this week, after all. Skydance's new game also joins an impressive list of Marvel games on the horizon, which include the tactical RPG Marvel's Midnight Suns from XCOM developer Firaxis, and Insomniac Spider-Man 2, and a Wolverine game. If you're a Marvel fan, there are some exciting games to look forward to. Yes, please. Amy Hennig is awesome. But part of me is also like, I'm kind of annoyed at the MCU. Like I was saying, other than Spider-Man, and give us the X-Men, figure all that out, whatever you got to do, multiverses, whatever. We'll talk about that.
That was the one I was written from. We had this, now we have this, we have this. Now they're doing Hulk, and now here's She-Hulk. They're just replacing the entire MCU. So.
What in the world made when I said multiverses, you're like, oh yeah, She-Hulk.
I don't remember.
I feel like we've been over inundated with MCU movies. I do kind of worry that we're going to get over inundated with Marvel games now, but like, I love Spider-Man 2018. I liked Miles Morales. I am over the moon excited for Spider-Man 2. I assume you are as well.
Oh yeah.
Wolverine, know nothing about it, but a Wolverine game?
Yes.
Hell yes. John Tingley says in the chat, Skydance Interactive makes VR games from the looks of it. I don't like that. What do you think about Amy Hennig, one of the forefathers? I know she's a female. Whatever. Of Uncharted, making a Marvel game. But a Marvel game could also mean like it's a Silver Surfer or something I don't care about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what it could be. It's obviously not Spider-Man. It's not Wolverine. Iron Man, maybe, but I don't know that. I mean, there's Iron Man. Well, there's the Iron Man VR game, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it could be. Guardians has been done.
X-Men.
Could be X-Men, but you've already got. I mean, you could have Wolverine in it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been a while since we've gotten a good X-Men game. Like, I mean, I don't know what I know there was the ones, like that one that came out on Switch. It wasn't just X-Men, but Like
Mua.
Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate la 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 long la la la.
But yeah, I mean, whatever it is, I'm down. I think it'll be good.
I trust Amy. Because remember, she was good. She was doing the Star Wars game that got canceled. Ragtag. Are you okay? Or you just get the laughs out now?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing the la 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 long. Is that why?
Marvel Ultimate. La la
long. Moon Knight. John, I don't know anything about Moon Knight.
I don't either. Everybody seems to love it. I love me some Oscar Isaac. I don't know why I should care about Moon Knight.
Is he ever going to play Snake? We'll see. I trust Amy. I just hope that. I feel like Amy wouldn't do a Marvel game unless she thought she could do it right. So that's why I'm like, I'm okay with this. I'm more than okay. But also, this game's probably 3 or 4 years away at this point.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Amy. Good to have you back. Hopefully, it's a good game. Next up, Sean. Xbox this past week had their 20th anniversary, and they had a stream, and they talked about a lot of stuff there, and then they talked some stuff out of there. Sorry, I'm trying to pick stuff up on the table. They talk about some stuff outside of there as well. First off, not the first thing that was announced, but the most important thing is that the Halo Infinite multiplayer, after some rumors over the weekend, was in fact surprise launched on November 15th. And people are happy, but I guess is what I would say. There's issues with progression and the playlists and everything like that, but in the first 8 hours on Steam alone, there were more than 270,000 concurrent players. Are you kidding me? It's huge. I don't know what that was. It's huge. Season 2 has been delayed until May 2022, so Halo or 343 had announced that the co-op campaign was coming with Season 2, which was supposed to, I think, be March. Now it's delayed till May, which now means co-op campaign is coming in May, and also the Forge, where you create all your levels and all that other stuff, is coming in Season 3, which that has also been pushed back because Season 2 was pushed back. But the fact that I think we talked about this, right? We're like, I won't be surprised if they do this.
Yeah.
And I think it was Chris Raygun was saying, like, I feel like they actually wanted to release all of Halo on the 15th, but they're like, we're not confident in the campaign being done by then. But there's been hands-on impressions since then over this past few days or so. And people really like it. So good for them. Halo and Xbox, they need this. There was also a series, the Halo TV series got a teaser trailer, which I kind of forgot this was even happening. It's coming out on Paramount Plus. Who has that? Do you? No. Hopefully it's good. They also announced that 76 games are coming to backwards compatibility. I think this is their first update in 2 years, but it will also be the last update because Xbox says it has reached the limit of what is legally and technically possible. Speaking of that, Phil Spencer spoke out in favor of legally emulating games to preserve older games. Basically saying, like, if people can't buy the games and stuff, like, can we just... We have to preserve these games, and I agree 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So, good for Phil. 37 games were announced, or 37 new games were announced to get their FPS boost feature on the Xbox Series console, so good for them. Spencer was also interviewed a couple different places. One of the things he talked about was Game Pass, where he said, quote, Game Pass is sustainable, end quote. And then he also said, quote, I know there are a lot of people that like to write that we're burning cash right now for some future pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. No, Game Pass is very, very sustainable right now as it sits and continues to grow, end quote. It's sustainable.
It's sustainable because you're Microsoft.
You have literally unlimited
you have
money.
Infinite. Yes, like he's not saying it's profitable. It's sustainable. We can keep it going. That's all he said.
Because again, Microsoft in one quarter they paid $7.5 billion for ZeniMax for all Bethesda and all their studios. They made $7.5 billion in profit the next quarter. Xbox of Game Pass is sustainable. Yes, right. You're right, Phil. But it's not making money; it's bleeding money. Moon Knight is an ultra-violent version of Batman with dissociative. Oh God, the computer's so far away. Dissociative identity disorder. So she could make the story about mental health. Could be interesting. I do like that. I did not know that about Moon Knight, but now I like it. Xbox also announced there will be a 6-part documentary coming this December called Power On that will cover the entire history of Xbox over the past 20 years. That's cool.
I might check that
Oh,
out.
I will. I mean, it depends what if it's on something that I have.
Well,
but
yeah.
yes, I definitely would watch that. Also, separately, it was announced that Xbox Cloud Gaming is officially launching with Game Pass Ultimate now in most regions. It'll be expanding after that. But you have to have Game Pass Ultimate. You can play Game Pass games without downloading them, like PS Now. And you can also play multiplayer games as well without installing them on your console. It's cool, but I kind of... Again, I'm not really in the Xbox ecosystem, but I kind of thought you could already do this
So did I.
on Game Pass. And the fact that it's only with Game Pass Ultimate, again, Game Pass is sustainable, yes, but you want people to pay as much money as they can for it. Game Pass is going to go up in price in this next year is my prediction.
I think so too.
Okay. Also, Forza Horizon 5 launched, and it was ridiculous. The biggest launch ever for the series, I think for Xbox, period. Over 10 million people have played Forza Horizon 5 across Xbox and PC.
10 million strong and growing.
And growing, right?
Yep.
What is that from?
Flintstone Vitamins, I believe.
What was the 10 million strong? People that bought it? They said 10 million strong.
I guess, yeah. 10 million
Strong and growing.
Nailed it.
Did I?
I was talking about me.
I'm happy for Xbox. I love that they celebrated this. I also love that PlayStation tweeted them to say, hey, congrats. And they wrote back, hey, cool. Good for you too. I think both companies do a good job of that, but I think they could do it even more because the whole fanboy crap.
No
is
matter
just
how much
ridiculous.
they do it, the fanboys are going to just... That's a whole topic in and of itself. But yeah, cool that they're doing that.
It's really cool that Halo multiplayer launched early. I think that's awesome. I told Noah about it, and he's like, oh, man, really? I'm like, well, yeah, but we can't get in our house, so I'm sorry. But I know he's excited for it. I mean, he's got a 1S. But what do you think about Xbox's 20th anniversary?
Good for them. I think they nailed it. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. Good for them.
And the last item on the news list, and if I haven't mentioned everything over the last 2 weeks, it's because my life has been crazy. But the last thing I have here is some sales updates from Nintendo as well as NPD for October. Let's go through Nintendo first. The Switch has somehow now sold 92.87 million consoles. It's going to blow past PS4. PS4 is around, I think it was 116.
They'll, within
18 months. I'm not going to say a year.
I was
18 months.
Maybe by the end of next year.
Yeah.
But
And this is all through September 30th. So they're already at like 94 probably.
yeah.
In the past 6 months, they sold 8.3 million units. Nintendo's profit for the year also increased from 1.5 billion to 1.86 billion. Profit. Skyward Sword HD, since it was released, has sold 3.6 million copies as of September 30th. We both bought it. We both hate it, right? I hate it.
I wouldn't say I hate it,
I
but
hate
I
it.
also don't know that I'll ever go back and finish it.
No,
I got too much other stuff to play.
Yeah, too much good games. Too much.
Too much good games.
Mom, you're not watching. Also, Nintendo, it seems that they will be producing 20% fewer Switch consoles over the next year because the chip shortage, not the Switch shortage. The chip shortage is making a Switch shortage. As far as lifetime sales in software for the Nintendo Switch, number 1, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is now 38.74 million. Officially becoming, although I think we said this a few weeks ago, but who knows, the best-selling Mario Kart game ever, beating Mario Kart Wii, which was at 37.38 million copies. It is weird that this was just a Wii U port with just put all the DLC in there and just whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. I think it's the best Mario Kart game without a doubt in my mind. What does that mean? In my mind. But yeah. Number 2 all time for the Switch is, of course, stupid Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is at 34.85 million. So I feel like the next time we get one of these,
It's going to be number 1.
yeah. Number 3, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 25.71 million. So Animal Crossing has outsold it by almost 10 million.
And growing.
I hate you. Number 4, Breath of the Wild, continuing to be the best-selling by far Zelda game ever by a wide margin at 24.13 million copies. Breath of the Wild 2 will not get close to that, is my prediction. Breath of the Wild was like a moment in time. Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be like, yeah.
I mean, it'll sell.
It'll sell
15. Like,
yeah,
it's going to sell a lot, but yeah.
I don't think there's any way it can recapture what Breath of the Wild had the first time. I just don't think so, especially with it being a launch game and everything. Number 5, Pokemon Sword and Shield combined for 22.64 million copies. Number 6, Mario Odyssey, 21.95 million. I'm surprised that hasn't overtaken Breath of the Wild.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Obviously, you've got Mario Kart, Smash, which is everything, but Mario Party. But, I mean, it's Breath of the Wild and it's Odyssey. And I know it's the same team. It's all Nintendo. But, like, Zelda beat Mario.
Yeah.
That's...
Same year.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Number 7, Super Mario Party, 16.48 million. That surprises me. I bought it. We did it for Let's Play, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah, I think I got it for free. I think Brittany's boss or coworker or something.
He had an extra code or something.
Had a code, and he's like, here, take it. So, like, I mean, I have it for free. And
Are you buying
fun.
a new one?
No, I don't. If I were you, maybe I would. Yeah, like, but I'm not going to just play by myself against the computer. Like, it's fun, but like, I don't need it.
Yeah. Number 8, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee combined for 13.83 million. Number 9, Splatoon 2 sold 12.68 million. Coming in at number 10, Lifetime Ring Fit Adventure, 12.21 million.
It's interesting.
I like it. I like it a lot. I do wonder where Link's Awakening is on that list, but yeah. And I was also remembering when I started playing through the Game and Watch version, I was like, oh yeah, I restarted this on the Switch, and then I was like, I fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah. NPD for October. Far Cry 6 came in at number 1. Number 2, Back 4 Blood. The reason Back 4 Blood being number 2 is interesting to me is because Back 4 Blood was a Game Pass game. And this does not count Game Pass. So this means people on PC and PlayStation were buying this game like crazy. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Number 3, Metroid Dread.
Awesome.
Okay. Number 4, Madden 22. Number 5, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles. And the reason I wrote the entire thing out is because for about a month when I was listening to Game Scoop from IGN and Damon Hatfield, every episode they had an ad for Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles. And it was not one ad. It was 3 ads back to back where they kept saying the entire name of the game. And I was like, I'm never going to listen to this podcast again. But it came in at number 5, so I guess it's a thing. Number 6, FIFA 22. Number 7, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got our eyes on that, but I'm okay right now. Number 8, Mario Party Superstars. Of course, not counting digital sales. Number 9, NHL 22. That surprises me that there's like... I feel like more people bought NHL 22 than actually watch the NHL. I love hockey, but like nobody watches it.
I don't care.
Yeah,
in the slightest.
Got to go. All right, thanks, John. Number 10, NBA 2K22. As a side note here, Metroid Dread was the best launch ever for 1 month for a Metroid game. Period. In the U.S. alone, it sold 854,000 units. This makes me so happy.
Maybe that'll actually get them moving on Prime.
Well, somebody said that it's actually they finished Prime 1 over the summer, and they're just sitting on it. But I feel like we keep talking about that. Like every month, every few weeks or so, we're like, yeah, Prime's coming. Or it's all 3. No, it's 1. It's whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Switch in October was number 1 in terms of units sold and dollars sold as well also. Because they launched the OLED Switch. Also, as a side note, GTA 5 has now sold 155 million copies.
That's awesome.
It is. Something came out of my nose.
It was a booger.
It was a booger fragment. Now it's time for the wrap-up, Sean. We got the nominees for the Game Awards Game of the Year nominees. Yep, said it twice. The nominees are Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. Deathloop led all games, which boggles my mind, with 9 nominations. Ratchet & Clank had 6, It Takes Two, and Psychonauts 2 got 5 each. Deathloop was on sale this week for like $25 or $30 at Amazon in most places. Like, again, it's the weird Microsoft Sony thing, but
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like some critics loved it, but I don't. After that, I don't really know what people think. Also, for the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley said there will be new game reveals in the double digits. One of those will be Metal Gear related. That's me editorializing. There will be 40 to 50 total games featured at the show. And he said, quote, there will be really cool next-gen stuff, end quote, to show off at the show. And yes, we will be doing a prediction show like we do every year for the Game Awards. We'll go through everything and what games we think will be there and what games will win. PlayStation 5 just celebrated its 1-year anniversary. Congrats to them. Yes. Well, I knew you were going to say something.
I was just going to say, I'm shocked that, not that I think it should win, but I'm shocked Returnal was not up for Game of the Year. I'm very shocked.
Well, I think it's like nobody got good. Like, that game is so, I know I'm just bad, but like,
I mean, yeah, maybe that's part of it, but
I think it's a big part. I think the game is beautiful. I think the design is cool and all that, but I think it's just people didn't get good.
yeah.
PS5 announced as part of their 1-year anniversary that they have more than 25 exclusive games in development across their first-party studios. Also, according to analysts, the PS5 has outsold the Xbox Series 2-1. And also, it seems that the Series S is selling better than the Series X. I think that's a problem.
Wow. Yeah.
Speaking of Xbox, Starfield is now completely playable from beginning to end, but they have more work to do, and they are, quote, not taking their foot off the gas.
I'm not going to say I don't believe that, but that's a very weird statement. That could mean a lot. Like,
well, these type of games, they're going to launch with the most ridiculous bugs you've ever seen in your life, like Fallout 4 and everything else. WB finally confirmed the much leaked and rumored and everything else Multiverses. It's coming out soon. It is free to play. It's focused mostly on 2v2 combat, but you can go 1v1, 1v4, or 1v1v1v 1v1. I don't know. There's too many ones. 4 people at the same time. And there is crossplay available between PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. The trailer showed off Shaggy beating Superman.
I don't care about this game.
I hate Smash, but I would rather play Smash.
Oh, God, yes.
Just put Batman and Superman
I would rather play
Smash.
the Nickelodeon game. Like,
well, that's pretty bad, apparently.
Well, probably, but I think it makes
at least there's
more,
Ninja Turtles.
I'd rather be SpongeBob fighting Raphael than
Arya
Scooby-Doo fighting Batman. Like, what are we doing?
Right. What are we doing? Spider-Man is finally coming to Avengers on PlayStation on November 30th. Congrats to them. That game can just kick rocks. I don't care about it at all. Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon is coming out this winter. I forgot this was even a thing. And it's not Shovel Knight Dig, obviously, because it's called Pocket Dungeon. But, yeah.
Pocket Dungeon.
Capcom has called Resident Evil 3 Remake a hit in their eyes and has sold 3.9 million copies so far. I'm kind of surprised, but not really, because like I bought it, you bought it, we all bought it, and then we're like, eh. It wasn't bad.
I think it was a very faithful remake.
Yeah.
I think the problem is RE3, not RE3.
Correct. Yeah.
But I'm glad they think it's a hit, because keep those remakes coming, and we'll keep buying them.
Please. Devolver Digital has gone public, and PlayStation has invested 5% into them. Interesting. Mario 3D All-Stars was patched on the Switch for support of the Switch N64 controller. I don't think we've even talked about here about how horrible the N64 emulation is, but man, I'm glad I didn't pay money for this expansion pass. Like, whew, it's bad.
Yeah.
Sifu has been undelayed to February 8th. It's now releasing 2 weeks earlier from its originally delayed release date of February 22nd. It's now February 8th. I want to play it, but I'll wait for it to be on sale. But speaking of undelays, we have a lot of delays to end the podcast. Apparently, Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 have been delayed until 2023 or later. Again, Overwatch 2 should not be a thing.
No.
It's so stupid. It is so stupid. Diablo 4, I get it. We know about all the issues with Activision, but come on. Pragmata has been delayed from 2022 to 2023. Thanks, Capcom.
Now, what is this?
This was the game that we thought might be Death Stranding 2 at the PS5, the Future of Game show, when they revealed all the games.
Okay. Yeah.
Marvel's Midnight Suns has been delayed from March until the second half of 2022. This is the Marvel XCOM game. The play date was delayed from the end of this year into early 2022. Also, speaking of console delays, the Steam Deck has been delayed until February. There's more, though. Saints Row has been delayed from February to August 2022. This one's interesting to me because they're not changing the game. Like, people were like, oh, this isn't my Saints Row. And I thought it actually looked kind of fun. They're not changing that. They just have to do all the polish and COVID and blah, blah, blah. And finally, 6 Days in Fallujah, which I had forgot was even happening, has been delayed until sometime in 2022. Sean, we made it.
Made it.
We're back. I don't
Good
know
to
if
be
we're better
back.
than ever. I almost said ether.
You said something weird.
Ether. We're happy to be back. It's been a crazy couple weeks for me. Thank y'all for hanging with us. Hopefully you're watching this. But this is it for episode 259. So I guess, will the next episode, if the Game Awards are December 9th, will the next episode be our predictions? Or do we have two more?
That's when we look at a calendar. I don't have a calendar.
Month.
I don't know where my calendar is.
Month. Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. Yeah. Okay. We will get to our predictions episode here in the next couple weeks. But again, thank y'all for hanging with us. Send me your love, thoughts, prayers, all that stuff. I'm exhausted. The joys of home ownership. You got to love it. But that's it for this week, Sean. Until the next time, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.